Joining me now is former Chief of Staff under Bill Clinton and McLarty Associates Chairman Mack McLarty. Mack, the President tweeted that the debt ceiling issue was a mess, but the President's also hitting the road next week, going to push tax reform. He's going to do, first up, I think, is a rally that he's going to do in Missouri. What do you make of all of this? Because, again, it seems that Congress kind of knows that they might be on their own in dealing with these looming issues.
Well, Dagan, good morning and happy summer. It's a critical time, I think, for the Trump presidency and for the Congress as they move toward the fall. We were fortunate in the Clinton administration to pass our landmark legislation of our economic plan and deficit reduction before the break. That gave us a good foundation. President Trump and his team have not done that. I think we'll have to see whether it's true tax reform or just tax cuts. That's a big difference. Will it require 60 votes, kind of consistent with the president's tweets of the votes in the Senate, or will it be under reconciliation 51%? But I think both the president and to some extent the Republican Congress, they control both houses, have their backs against the wall going into the fall.
Matt, 12 days for Congress, the House, and the Senate to raise the debt ceiling, keep the government open for business, basically move forward with a budget which is the groundwork for tax reform.
Exactly.
Can it get done? Can it get done, Mac? Sorry. I think we lost audio a little bit.
No, I've got it. It may be an omen or something. No, I think no, 12. I mean, you gave a good dose of reality of 12 days. The answer is yes, it can get done. The debt ceiling is critically important for our country's credibility and for our financial markets. I think obviously Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan are committed to a clean bill. It goes back to this wall that President Trump has passed about. That's where you have loggerheads that the Wall Street Journal editorial page wrote about, that President Trump was divorcing the Congress. That's quite a headline.
They did caution. They said, they basically told the Republicans don't need to join the Democrats as the resistance, but they need to treat the president as if he's an independent. And let me just sum it up. These knuckleheads need to get busy. They got elected to pass this agenda. They had 7 years to figure out how to fix Obamacare, and they haven't done jack all yet. Well, because Matt's from the South, so I can talk like that.
I think I heard just about that same sentiment yesterday here in Little Rock, Arkansas. So I think you're right. I mean, I think people are around the country are disappointed about the Congress not being able to act. What this really boils down to is we've got to govern. That's what the real challenge is here. Washington is not governing, and that's the challenge we face the country, and it's hurting not only our country, but the people of our country.
The President's Chief of Staff is said to be instituting a policy to make sure nothing that crosses the President's desk is not vetted by Kelly and his team. The President tweeted this morning his support for John Kelly, doing a fantastic job as Chief of Staff. There's tremendous spirit and talent in the White House. Don't believe the fake news. Kelly does seem to have the President's support, and he's really put the hammer down on people getting access. This is really the job of the Chief of Staff. Do you think that this will help the agenda, Mac?
I do. You've got to achieve stability. Chris Whipple has written the book Gatekeepers. The Chief of Staff is a gatekeeper, i.e. the access to the President and controlling that flow. You don't want to cut the President off, Dagan. You want to be an honest broker and make sure the President is exposed and can evaluate all views both inside the administration and in the White House and in the Cabinet, and from outside elements as well, including the Congress. But you've got to achieve some measure of stability. My goodness, a decision memo to the President from the Staff Secretary's office, not to be too inside baseball here. What a novel idea. This is every really modern-day White House that's had that kind of organization. Again, you don't want to contain the President in a way that boxes him in, but you do want to have some order. But, Dagan, the final point I would make, this White House not only needs to look internally, they need to look externally and get things done. That they need to achieve some results.
Matt, good to see you. Well, they got somebody on the Supreme Court, and man, they've rolled back some regulations. They've done stuff independent of Congress.
That's it, but you still need Congress. Dagan, always good to be with you.
Mack McLarty, be well. See, I can talk Southern.
Thank you.